Hello and welcome to another update on the Wilsonville real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group, and this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity, ending this last Sunday, July 30th. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you here, as I always do. Start off looking at active listing activity. So I showed this last week in Wilsonville, we had 8 new properties come on the market, which you can kind of see is, definitely kind of right in range of where it's been over the past 8 weeks on a weekly basis. End of the week with 66 homes on the market, same as the prior week. And again, pretty tight range here. Had a low of 60, a high of 70. So it's been, in the 60s for the last 2 months. So very stable listing inventory. Just wish there was more of it, but that's kind of where it's been. The median list price and days on market for the active listings, you can kind of see we had a high of 718,000 here 8 weeks back, and it's drifted down to last 2 weeks. It's been at 700,000, most recent number there. And the days on market, that's drifted up a little bit. We had a low of 30 days here on a couple occasions, and most recent 2 weeks here, it's been at 44. So just about a month and a half on average in terms of market time right now for these 66 homes on the market. Okay, moving along to pendings. Get there. So pending sales. So last week I showed we had 9 properties go pending in Wilsonville, and you can kind of see we had a low of 3 and a high of 12. So, certainly kind of within that range. End of the week with 59 homes in pending status, just up 1 from the prior week. And you can see we had a high of pendings here 8 weeks back at 78, and then it dipped clear down to 51. So we're off quite a bit from kind of where we started here in terms of the pending inventory. The price and days on market for those pendings, you can kind of see we started it at 687, got it to a high of 720. Last 2 weeks has been right at around 690,000 for the median price, and then days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see pretty darn tight range here. Had a high of 11, a low of 5, and this last week we're kind of back to 9, which is kind of where we started 8 weeks back. So a little over a week of market time is what kind of things have been going pending at here most recently in Wilsonville. And then lastly, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put the info together here, I showed we had 6 properties crossover from pending to sold this last week in Wilsonville, same as the prior week. But these last 2 weeks has been kind of a low, as you can kind of see, for the past 8 weeks in terms of weekly closings. And when I look back over the prior 4 weeks of activity on a week-by-week basis here, most recent reading is 32 homes have closed over the prior 4 weeks. And that has certainly kind of down from where we were here, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, when we were up at around 47. And the price and the days on market for those solds, price has been kind of on the decline in general. We had a high of 669 8 weeks back, and this last week had a low for the past 8 weeks at 623,000 for the most recent 32 homes that have closed in Wilsonville. And then days on market, we had a low of 8 days, got up to about 15 days for a couple weeks here, and this last week kind of dipped down to 12 days. Right now is kind of where we're at in terms of days on market. And then to finish this out, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So red bars here is weeks of inventory, and you kind of see we started about 8 weeks of inventory to begin with, dipped down to a little over 5 weeks of inventory here, about 5 weeks back. It has been on the rise, you can kind of see, and we drifted up to a kind of a new high here again, a little over 8 weeks of inventory as most recent reading here in Wilsonville on that. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, it's down a little bit, but still pretty strong. The highest readings was here 7, 8 weeks back, where it was just under full asking price is kind of what sellers were getting. You kind of see from there, it's kind of been 96 to 97 percent range. So this most recent reading was just under 97%. So all in all, still remains a very kind of competitive seller's market environment with just about 2 months of inventory right now in Wilsonville. And prices holding pretty steady on average, where they're kind of within a few percentage points of what the original asking price was. So even in spite of higher interest rates, we did kind of cross over that 7% mark again for a conventional 30-year fixed rate loan. But in spite of that, buyers are still they're still out there, and don't have enough inventory to kind of better balance out the market right now. So that is the most recent update. So hope that was helpful for you. As always, if I can ever answer questions or be of help, please reach out. My phone and email address are down below this video in the description. So let me know what I can do to help. And as always, if you have any likes, like, comment, and share on this video, it always really helps me out. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, boy, I really encourage you to do that. It's a really great way for you just to stay up to date on what's happening on your or in your local Wilsonville market. So really appreciate you tuning in and watching. Hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we'll see you on the next update.